What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Social Booming YouTube channel. My name is Chris Gorman, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly the 3 websites I would go to start closing new digital marketing contracts if I was a new marketing contractor in the space, or if let's say I went on a holiday and a couple of my contracts ended at the end of the year, and I got to close an extra couple of contracts. Let's say your current income is $2,000 a month with the current round of clients you have, and you need to get to 5,000, you need to get to $8,000 by the end of the month or by next month. What are you going to do? This is where I would go to close high probability deals. They're not necessarily going to always be the highest ticket, though you can do that through a little bit of salesmanship and process. But what you can do, just very clean and simple, and I think this is what the majority of you guys are looking for if you've gotten started in this, because it can take a long time to close your first 5K a month of business, your first 10K a month of business. So I want to really show you that there is a clear, predictable way to do it. It takes work, but this is what I would love to show you, and I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I wish somebody had showed me this exact thing when I was first getting started. And the answer is not just come here to Twitter. I meant to have it on my Indeed page, but feel free to get some followers going on my Twitter page. I really don't post in here. I really just look at Alex Becker and Team YouTube. Shout out to Alex Becker and Team YouTube. But jump into where I would begin, it would be Indeed. Indeed, in my opinion, is there's probably other websites right now, but it's just like the Uber of contractor and like decent professional grade quality contract work and jobs, really. And I'll do another video on jobs at some point, but I was just showing you without like doing a lot of modifications. All I did here, I might show you this right now because we're doing a tutorial video, guys. Gotta show you. So we're just looking at digital marketing. We're just looking at United States. So this is going to pull up everything digital marketing in the United States, including job. Like you got hybrid remote. This one's not remote. There's a ton of jobs. You got 20,000 jobs. So just digital marketing itself in the United States, 20,000 jobs. Amazing. But for the purpose of this video, a lot of you guys, if you're learning this, you want to work remote. And I've worked on site, I've worked remote. I love remote so much more. It requires a different level of discipline, but it's where it's at, and that's where I'm going to show you right now how to find those remote digital marketing contract jobs, how to get your 5K, 10K a month going. So we're going to go to employment type. We're going to choose contract because we're contractors. And then we're going to go to location has already been chosen. Actually, remote is what we're going to look at. And then, so now we have 241 jobs. When I was new, I might have gotten scared by that. I'd be like, oh, there's only 241 jobs. There's thousands of digital marketers. They're all thousands of digital marketers not always applying to this. Another argument would be as people get better and better and their agency grows, or this is its own explanation. But when you learn digital marketing, you ultimately learn and want to apply it to your own business. It's kind of like a lot of Mr. Beast assistants. They end up making their own YouTube channels because they just want to do it. They want to create. And so when it comes to, this 241, look at that as a high number. Look at it as a good number. And then the biggest argument as to why you should be positive and optimistic about this is because these constantly update. People are there's hundreds of jobs. It's constantly changing. And I've seen this over the years. So Indeed, go digital marketing and your what, depending where you're at, choose your country. But if you're going remote, I would personally choose the United States, but you might add Great Britain, Canada. Try to choose your time zone if you can, and if the money's better in the United States, you live in, let's say, Indonesia, and you can get jobs in the United States, do that. So, pick contract, select remote, then you got 241 jobs. I'm going to start showing you just like the run-of-the-mill type pay, which I still think is really good, especially if you're using this to build something else. Like let's say you're being a remote digital marketing contractor, but you're building your training program on the side, or you're partnering with a certain type of business owner to grow, like get an equity deal with them. These deals, these amounts per month are good. You just have to learn how to organize your time, and if you need help with that, feel free to click a link in the description below, and you can join our group. It's free right now, which is amazing, and you can ask us questions straight up. We'll help you organize your process for how you apply for these jobs, how you execute these jobs, all that. But let's go ahead and finish the video. Indeed, just scrolling through here, you got a lot of different, like hourly. This is the standard, like very average hourly rate that you can get, and it just kind of requires like these kind of, you still need solid experience, but this is just like the base professional grade hourly, which I still think is good. Plenty of money if you run your expenses right to live your life and grow what you want to do. And That's pretty good. I include sales representative as part of digital marketing contractor. It's just like what you do. It's just like you selling a contract to somebody, except instead of you then executing the technical work, you can just continue selling people. And I think those are really good. So you're seeing these. This can be. I used to do this, and what really helped me was looking at the. I straight up just go. My rated hour is $75 an hour, so I'm gonna straight up go for these. And you'll find that even though there's only 41 jobs, man, if you can tailor your resume, a lot of people just don't put in the work on these. You can win these contracts, and we can show you how to do that. But $53 to $63 an hour there. Look, that's just web marketing analyst. That's, it's just your standard digital marketing stuff. Really good rates. Think about that in terms of 40 hours a week. That's like basically it's like making 120K a year in your remote in your contract. And you can have a couple of these going at the same time. You can get an assistant that works for you for $20 an hour. I'm not trying to tell you like the full, what do people call it? Drop shipping services. Sounds silly, but you can have an assistant if you're good at this, and we can help you. We can train an assistant for you. But that's not the point. Not about training. Just trying to show you that you can get these contracts. And I would just apply it at least one. If you're terrible at getting these done, start doing one a day. You can easily do one a day. Start with just clicking on one, submitting, even if you're not going to get it. Then upgrade. Like I would spend the day upgrading your resume, make sure that's spot on. Even hire a consultant if you have to get your resume done. Just having my resume on here, I got recruited to like a furniture store doing over $100 million in revenue a year, and that was an amazing experience. It never would have happened if I hadn't had my resume on here. And yeah, so definitely worth it. And I would eventually get to just doing 5 high quality applications per day. That totally works. That would totally work for this platform. Even just one totally works. So that's that. Indeed's where I would start. Then in terms, Upworks are bottom of the barrel, but it definitely works. I've totally sold on that. But then LinkedIn, I have not done a lot here, but I've been seeing these a lot, and we're going to go ahead and it's kind of like Indeed. The jobs are totally real as well, but I want to see just contract remote. I wonder if there's like an amount of hours per week filter, but you can just start seeing these. Let's look. Experience, company. I'm gonna start scrolling. You'll start seeing like 86 an hour. It's so good. And here's another tip: if you can get one client $86 an hour, and you've got a decent amount of savings to kind of hedge the risk of losing the client, and that 86 an hour is good for you. It's like, say you do 40 hours a week with these people, and you get to, that's like 140, 150K a year. That's good, guys. That's really good. So there's that. We got another one here, 45 to 50 an hour. That's solid. 30 an hour. These are all really good. So I showed you all that to say, same process here. I would do 1 to 5, and I would start. If you're just starting and you can't get yourself to take the actions, just do what I do. I'll just start picking one, apply for it, even if I'm not going to get it. The next day, I just improve that, and I iterate each day until I've got a really good resume. I'm applying to 1 to 5 a day, super high quality, and just really honestly, especially with like once your skills have built up, and I've been there, I have totally sucked and not had any experience and not had been very quick at closing deals, even though you still can. But once your experience is built up, if you've got a decent portfolio, which we can help show you how to do that, and kind of help you position your experience, you will close jobs. If you apply for these jobs, these people want people to work for them. So if you're any good and there's just not a lot of people that do these things, especially doing them well, they're going to take you. So you're going to apply, and then you're going to close deals, and you're going to be, your 40 hours a week, whatever you're going to want to work, is going to be filled up, and you're not going to be applying anymore. Or you're going to get an assistant to help you out. Talk about that more in a different video, and you can keep applying for these marketing contracts. But this is exactly where I would go. I would go to Indeed, then I would go to LinkedIn, then I go to Upwork. Haven't been doing Upwork in a while, but I have closed deals in the past last year using Upwork. Don't look at this digital marketing specialist. This is just my generic profile. When I'm applying for specific jobs, I have a ton of Facebook advertising experience as well as email automations. I will use custom profiles for that, and you can switch your profiles in Upwork. But just showing you guys, these definitely run on the lower end, though there's a way to close. For one, there's higher paying deals too. So let's just go ahead and look in here. We'll type Facebook ads. Certain things there's not jobs for, like LinkedIn ads. And also Upwork is much more custom. The client person is looking for generally like a lower cost contractor. I feel like, though, it's just like anything else. Like, there's really good clients in here as well. But let's go and scroll down just so I can show you. $40 an hour right there, 20 to 60, 5 to 35. This is what you won't see on LinkedIn or Indeed. $5 an hour. And then you'll see like when you're first starting out, I would definitely when you're going through setup, I personally prefer to work by a high hourly rate because there's such a lot of complex work in there. And then within the first month, that drops off, and I switch to a retainer. So kind of be weary of these like low retainer type budgets. There's a ton of people in Upwork trying to get people for low, like good contractors at low cost. I get it, but you want to take care of yourself, and you can just basically get trapped if you pull too many low end deals. But I just want to show you at least one more hourly, 30 to 100. Give them, and these people are real. They've spent 2K, and sometimes they're just like you're consulting or whatever you learn. So let me just go and wrap this up. In conclusion, if I was a digital marketing contractor starting out, or if I needed to fill my book of business because I had some sort of like slowdown in business, I'm going to come to Indeed. I'm going to do 1 to 5 contracts, applications per day, and I'm going to improve my process, improve my resume until I'm closing deals. I'm going to just throw this out here right now. Close at the highest hourly rate or contract that you can close at and still effectively perform the operations. In marketing, it's so easy. It's like the biggest unknown like trap is that if you want to get started, you're being positive about growing your business, and then you take in low-end deals that are $20 an hour or $30 an hour, or it's like, let's say $800 a month, but then you get trapped into 30 hours a week worth of work, you're screwed. And depending on your budget system, and I know even if you have like a low budget, you're trying to make money and grow and get the most you can, get your worth for the work you're putting in. So I'm going to totally argue in favor of getting the highest hourly deal that you can. And if just for a thumb or a rule of thumb, a standard, don't take less than $25 an hour. That's a bare minimum for getting started out. And that's just assuming that you still learn the skill and you can execute the skill. But get yourself to 25 minimum as soon as possible, and then get yourself up to the current industry rate for just a, your run-of-the-mill average digital marketing specialist, $35 an hour, guys. So get that 25 to 35 as soon as possible, and then you need to get yourself to 75. That is your true professional grade. It's what I've got myself to recently, and my business partner's got himself recently too. That $75 an hour is correct. It's how you can actually live. Like, in my opinion, it's the baseline necessary to even be able to have like a wife and a couple of kids, assuming that's what you want. But to like have a house, a decent car in America, $75 an hour, really. Like, that's what my stepdad, I mean, he makes $100 an hour installing air conditioners. But having that allowed him to send my sister to college, take care of my family whenever anything bad happened, and that's amazing. So I just want to throw in that quick tidbit at the end because I know a lot of you guys are starting out. But this video is running kind of long. I hope this video helped. Leave me a comment in the section below if you have any other questions, if you have other video topics you want to cover. There are links in the descriptions where you can reach out to us, ask us any questions you guys need. We're doing a lot of free consulting and free group mentoring right now as we come up, and pretty soon we'll be doing like paid subscriptions groups and whatnot. But we'll let you know when that happens, and get yourself some marketing contracts, grow your business. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace out.